Any particular reason why I should see this photograph, Inspector?
There might be.
And the same applies to me, I suppose.
Yes.
I couldn't imagine what it could be. Neither can I.
And I must say I agree with you, Inspector.
That's the way I like to go to work. One person and one line of inquiry at a time. Otherwise, there's another.
I see. Sensible, really.
I think you remember it was me now, don't you, Mr. Bowling?
Yes, I do. She was one of my employees. And then I discharged her.
Is that why she committed suicide? When was this, Mother?
Just keep quiet, Harry. This journal left us nearly 2 years ago. Let's see. It must have been the early autumn 1910.
Yes, end of September, 1910.
That's right.
Look at her, sir. Wouldn't you rather that I was out of this?
Oh, I don't mind your being here at all, Gerald. I'm sure you have no objection to that, have you, Inspector? Perhaps I have to explain first that this is Mr. Gerald Croft, son of Sir George Croft. You know, Croft Limited.
Mr. Gerald Croft, eh?
That's right. Incidentally, we've been modestly celebrating his engagement to my daughter Sheila.
I see. Mr. Croft is going to marry Miss Sheila Burling.
I hope so.
Then I prefer you to stay.
All right, then.
Look here, Inspector. There's nothing mysterious or scandalous about this business. At least, not so far as I'm concerned. It's a perfectly straightforward case. And as it happened more than 18 months ago, nearly 2 years ago, obviously, it has nothing whatever to do with this particular suicide. Eh, Inspector?
No, sir. I can't agree with you there.
Why not?
Because what happened to her then may have determined what happened to her afterwards. And what happened to her afterwards may have driven her to suicide. A chain of events.
Oh, well, put like that, there's something in what you say. But still, I can't accept any responsibility. If we were all responsible for anything that happened to everybody who had anything to do with it, it would be very awkward, wouldn't it?
Very awkward.
We will all be in an impossible position, wouldn't we?
By Jove, yes, sir. And as you were saying, that the man has loved himself.
Yes, we didn't go into all that.
Going to what?
Just before he came, I've been giving this young man a particular advice.
If it was just after the holidays, they all broke, if I know.
Yes, Gerald. I remember this girl, Eva Smith, quite well. She was one of my employees, and she had been working in one of our machine shops for over a year. She was a good worker too, this Eva Smith. In fact, the foreman there told me he was ready to promote her if he wanted to become a leading operative. Have a small group of girls. But as they came back from their holidays that August, they were rather restless. They suddenly decided to ask for more money. They were averaging about 22 and 6, which was more or less their money's paid generally in our industry. They wanted the rates raised so they could average about 25 shillings a week. I refused, of course.
Why?
Did you say what?
Yes. Why did
Was
you
the
refuse?
question. It's my duty to keep labor costs down. If we really knew the man under a new rate, we have added about 12% to our labor costs. Does that satisfy you? So I refused. Said I could consider it. We're paying the usual rates, and if they didn't like those rates, they could go and work somewhere else. It's a free country, I told them.
It isn't, Father. If you can't go or work somewhere else.
Quite right.
Look, just you keep up with this. You hadn't even started when this happened.
And once again, I say that if it was after the holidays, they all broke down, if I know.
Right, Gerald, they mostly were. And so they went on strike. That doesn't last long, of course.
And he couldn't done anything else.
He could. He could get her, or instead of throwing her out, I call it tough luck.
Rubbish. Don't come down shouting some of these people as soon as on the earth.
I should say so.
They might, but after all, it's better to ask for the earth than to take it.
Who did you say your name was, Inspector?
Good. G-O-O-L-E.
How do you get on with our chief constable, Colonel Roberts?
I didn't see much of him.
Perhaps I ought to warn you that he's an old friend of mine, and I see him very frequently. We play golf together up at the West Front.
I don't play golf.
I didn't suppose you did.
Well, I think it's a damn shame.
No, I never wanted to play.
No, I mean about this girl industry. Why shouldn't they try for a high possible wages? And as a company, we absolutely try for a high possible prices. And you said yourself that she was a good worker. I would have let her stay.
Unless you're granting your ideas, you'll never be in a position to tell anybody to stay or to tell anybody to go. It's about time you learn to raise your responsibilities. That's this public school in Part3 like you have nothing to teach.
Well, we don't need to tell all of that to the inspector, do we?
I don't see we need to tell the inspector anything more. In fact, there's nothing I can tell him. We'll pay you your rent, and that girl, I did her up. Do you know what happened to this girl after she left my work? Get into trouble, go into the streets.
She didn't exactly go on the streets.
Was this all about streets? Oh, sorry, I don't know. Mommy sent me to ask you why you didn't come along to the drawing room.
Yes. We shall be along in a minute now. Just finish.
I'm afraid not.
There's nothing else, you know. I just told you that.
What is all about?
Well, nothing to do with you, Sheila. Well, no.
No, wait a minute, Miss Welling.
Look here, Inspector. I told you before. I told you everything I know, and it doesn't seem to be very important. I'm Priscillus Uncoupled and the fishes. And now there isn't such reason why my daughter should be dragged to this unpleasant business.
What's business? What's happening?
I'm a police inspector, Miss Welling. This afternoon, a young woman died in the infirmary. She had been taken there this afternoon because she swallowed a lot of strong disinfectant. But no inside out, of course.
It's horrible. Was it an accident?
No, she wanted to end her life. She felt she couldn't go on any longer.
Don't tell me that you have made discharge for my employment nearly 2 years ago.
That might have started it.
Did you do that?
Yes. The girl has been causing trouble in the works. Was quite justified.
Yes, I think you were. Now, Inspector, what can you tell me more about this girl industry?
Well, Miss Berlin, I found a photograph of this girl in her lodgings. And I think you better look at it.
What's the matter with her?
She recognized her by the photograph, didn't she?
Yes,
Why the devil do you want to go upsetting the child like that?
I didn't do it. She's upsetting herself.
Why? Why?
I didn't know yet. That's something I have to find out.
Well, if you don't mind, I found out first.
Oh, shall I go to her?
No, wait this. I must have a word with my wife to know what's happening. We were having a little nice celebration tonight, but a nasty mess you've made of it now, haven't you?
That's more or less what I was thinking earlier tonight when I was looking at that girl. Nice little